Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to start a new chapter, Anatomy of Flowering Plants. See, this chapter, अगर आपने इसे बहुत अच्छे से समझ लिया, तो आपके लिए याद करना is very easy. So let's start. Anatomy of Flowering Plant. पहली बात, anatomy का मतलब क्या होता है? It means the study of internal organs. Okay. Now cells are the basic unit of it is a functional and the basic unit of the human being. When cells combine, they form the tissue, and tissues form the organs. See, we are talking about flowering plants. In the plants, we have mainly four type of categories: algae, pteridophyte, gymnosperm, angiosperm, okay, and bryophyte also. Five types. So, flowering plants, they are from एंजियोस्पर्म. एंजियोस्पर्म्स को फ्लावरिंग प्लांट कहते हैं. नाउ एंजियोस्पर्म में मोनोकॉट एंड डाइकॉट होते हैं. नाउ व्हाट इज मोनोकॉट एंड डाइकॉट? सी, मोनोकॉट मींस ओनली वन cotyledon and dicot two cotyledons. And though they both belong to angiosperm, they are anatomically different, means their internal structures, they are different. Talking about internal structure means if there is a difference in the adaptation of different plants, then obviously according to their adaptations, their internal structure will be different. Jaise in the terrestrial area, the plants they have different structure, but if we go to desert area where there is no water, a very minimum amount of water, they are xerophytes. So there the internal structure is different. Then in tissues, we have mainly two types of tissues. One is the meristematic and second is the permanent tissue. Okay. Now next, meristematic tissue. The word meristematic tissue, इसमें जो मेरिस्टेम वर्ड है मीन्स द एरिया जहाँ पर एक्टिव सेल डिवीजन होती है. Where there is an active cell division, they are the specialized regions of the plant where active cell division takes place. We have apical meristem. Apical meristem, they occur at the tip of the roots and the shoot. Apical word means apex. It means the apex of the roots and the shoots, and apex means the tip. Okay. Now the part that occur at the root is called as the root meristem, and that one at the shoot is called as a shoot meristem. See, the location of the shoot meristem is it may be present at the tip of the shoot, or it may be present at some distinct position from the tip of that stem axis. Now, what is axillary bud? After this shoot and the root, the cells which are left behind after the formation of the leaves and the elongation of stems, all the cells that are left behind, they form the axillary bud, actually at the axial. Let me show you how. Suppose this is a plant. Okay. This one, here I have the leaf. Okay. And here is the elongation of the stem. यहाँ पे elongation हुआ stem का, ये leaf है. And यहाँ पर ये जो axial portion है, this one, किसे कहते हैं? Axial position, and it forms the axillary bud. Okay. And axillary bud, they form the branch or the flower. Next we have is intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem is actually दो मेच्योर टिश्यूज अगर प्रेजेंट हैं, उसके बीच में अगर कोई मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू है, then it is called as intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem, it occurs in the grass. Why in grass? आपने देखा होगा that cows and buffaloes, they eat the grass. तो when they eat the grass, ऐसा तो नहीं है एक बार खाया ग्रास को उसके बाद ग्रास ग्रो करना बंद कर दे. नो, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. एक्चुअली जब जहां से भी वो ग्रास खाती है तो वहां पर इंटरकैलरी मेरिस्टेम प्रेजेंट होता है. दिस इंटरकैलरी मेरिस्टेम हेल्प्स टू रिकवर द ग्रास and helps the grass to grow again after the recovery. So जो मैंने अभी पढ़ा, apical meristem and intercalary meristem, they both belong to the primary meristem. They are the early part of the plant and they form the primary plant body. Okay, ये दोनों ही primary meristem होते हैं. Next we have secondary or the lateral meristem. The word secondary or the lateral meristem, I want to define it. First is the primary one. Primary में हम लोग ने ये पढ़ा कि that part of the plant which is formed early in the life of the plant. And secondary का मतलब the part of a plant which is formed later in the life of the plant. ठीक है, सेकेंडरी को लैटरल मेरिस्टेम भी कहते हैं. लैटरल का मतलब होता है द साइड पोर्शन. ठीक है, जब एक प्लांट पहले जब ग्रो करता है when it is young, तो ग्रीन कलर के स्टेम्स होते हैं. लेटर ऑन जब वो मैच्योर करता है तो साइड में पूरा वुड आ जाता है, पूरे साइड में वुड आ जाते हैं. लेटरल साइड में एकदम परफेक्ट स्ट्रॉन्ग बन जाता है वो पेड़, है ना. दैट ट्री, इट फॉर्म्स अ ट्री एंड इट बिकम स्ट्रॉन्ग, है ना. तो सेकेंडरी और द लेटरल मेरिस्टेम में मेनली क्या क्या है? इन द मैच्योर रीजन्स ऑफ रूट एंड शूट इट फॉर्म्स द वुडी एक्सेस. आफ्टर द प्राइमरी मेरिस्टेम ये फॉर्म करते हैं एंड इट इज सिलेंड्रिकल मेरिस्टेम. कैसे? अब इसके अंडर में 3 मेरिस्टेम आते हैं सेकेंडरी में. वी हैव fascicular, vascular cambium, interfascicular cambium and the cord cambium and they produce the secondary tissue. इसके बारे में अभी कुछ ज्यादा नहीं है. मेन इसमें जब हम लोग रूट्स एंड शूट्स का पढ़ेंगे तब इसके बारे में आएगा. ठीक है, तो fascicular, vascular cambium, interfascicular cambium and the cord cambium. Next is the permanent and the mature. Secondary तो वो हो गए, secondary मेरिस्टेम ही है. ठीक है, वो हो गए जो later means जब पेड़ उग जाता है उसके बाद किसी एक लाइफ टाइम में वो आते हैं. परमानेंट एंड मेच्योर बिल्कुल डिफरेंट है. ये वो है जो सी मेरिस्टेम इज वन जो एक्टिवली डिवाइड हो रहा है. परमानेंट इज वन in which the cells have specialized themselves for performing some special functions. ठीक है, इसमें दोनों प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी थे, दोनों ही फंक्शनली एंड स्ट्रक्चरली स्पेशलाइज्ड हो जाते हैं एंड they lose that ability to divide. They lose the ability to divide and they become functional to perform a particular function like xylem and phloem. ये क्या परफॉर्म करते हैं? जैसे xylem, it transports the water. Phloem, it transports the food. ठीक है, सिमिलरली ये दोनों जो है परमानेंट हो गए. ठीक, नेक्स्ट. Now permanent tissues में we have further divisions. One is the simple tissue, second is the complex tissue. Simple word denotes that the particular cells by which it is composed of is similar in structure and the function. And complex means different types of cells are there, but they all unite together as a unit and perform a particular function. Then we have the simple tissue. Simple tissue is further having 3 categories. First is the parenchyma, second is collenchyma, and third is the sclerenchyma. So, coming first to the parenchyma portion, it forms the major portion, okay, and the cells by which it is composed of, they are isodiametric. Isodiametric means if the cells are like this, then they are isodiametric, means similar to each other. कोई difference नहीं होगा ऐसे करके. They are isodiametric. Then we have उनके shape कैसे हो सकते हैं? Spherical, oval, round, polygonal, elongated in shape. And the walls are thin and that too made up of cellulose. Talking about the space, then intercellular space is absent. Function, they perform photosynthesis because chloroplast is present. They help in storage of food and help in secretion too. This was all about the parenchyma. Then collenchyma. See, collenchyma, they occur just below the epidermis. Epidermis is what? The upper layer is called as the epidermis. Just below the epidermis in the dicot. Homogeneous or patches. They are present in the form of homogeneous layer or in the form of patches. Homogeneous layer, like this is homogeneous layer. Patches in this form. Okay. Now the corners are thick. If these are the corners, then corners are like thick. Why they become thick? Because of deposition of some hemicellulose, pectin and cellulose. Then talking about the shape, oval, spherical, polygonal. And often the chloroplast is present, so it may contribute to the photosynthesis also. Intercellular space is present, and what is their function? They provide a mechanical support to the growing parts of the plant. Okay, then we have the sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma, they are long and narrow cells with thick and lignified walls. Lignified walls means completely it is formed of lignin, ठीक है, बिल्कुल hard substance, and pits are present. Pits means gadde, few to numerous. Sclerenchyma is further divided into two categories on the basis of structure, origin and development. One is the fiber, second is the sclerid. What they do? They provide the mechanical support to the organs. Then, difference between fibers and sclerids. So fibers, word से क्या समझ आता है? That they are like this. कुछ ऐसे बनेंगे. They are thick walled. Walls इनकी thick होगी. बना तो नहीं पा रही हूँ. ठीक है. But thick walled, elongated. तो लंबे हैं ये. Pointed at the apex and they occur in group. Always in the group. ठीक है. Then उसके बाद sclerids की बात करूं तो sclerids कैसे होंगे? Spherical होंगे, oval होंगे, cylindrical form में होंगे and highly thickened wall होगी and they are dead. ठीक है. And they are having the narrow cavity. अब कहाँ present होते हैं? Where they are present. So sclerids are present fruit walls of nut, pulp of fruit like guava, pear, sapota, seed coat of legume and leaf tea. Tea leaves may be present होते हैं. Then we will talk about the complex tissue. हम लोग ने दो टाइप के tissues पढ़े थे. One is the simple and second is the complex. So complex में ये आता है that it is formed of more than one type of cells, but all the cells they work as a unit. Now xylem. Xylem का function है that it act like a conducting tissue for the water and the mineral from the roots to the shoots and the leaves. Now tracheids. So tracheids are elongated tube-like cells that too dead. देखो xylem में हमारे पास चार कैटेगरीज आती हैं. ट्रैकीड्स आते हैं, वेसल्स आते हैं, थर्ड इज द पैरेन्काइमा, xylem पैरेन्काइमा एंड xylem फाइबर, जिसमें से सब में डेड सेल्स होती हैं. ओनली वन इज हैविंग द लिविंग सेल, दैट इज द xylem पैरेन्काइमा, क्योंकि उसका काम है फॉर द फूड स्टोरेज. Secondly, vessels जो होती हैं they are only present in the flowering plant, that is angiosperm, and they are absent in the gymnosperm. These two are the exceptions that should be there in your mind. Okay, tracheids में they are elongated tube-like cells and dead. They have lignified walls without protoplasm and inner wall have the thickening. Okay, tracheids में कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं है. Then vessels word से समझ आता है, कुछ ऐसा करके होगा. ठीक है, I'm trying to show. ठीक है, so they are long, cylindrical, tube-like. They contain vessel members. Vessel members means इसमें छोटे छोटे ऐसे ही छोटे छोटे बने होंगे जिसको vessel members कह रहे हैं. And you know these vessel members they are interconnected through the perforations. Perforations means the holes. It means holes. ठीक है, through the perforations they are connected to the wall. Now they also have the lignified walls. They have a large central cavity. See, protoplasm is absent means it is composed of the dead cell. It composes of the dead cell, and it is only present in angiosperm and absent in the gymnosperm. Then xylem fiber. Xylem fiber, it is a highly thickened wall. It has a highly thickened wall with obliterated central lumen. Means the central lumen, it has holes. Obliterated central lumen. And it may be septate or aseptate. What is aseptate and septate? It means septate and aseptate. Septate means simply one line, and aseptate means simply one line, aseptate. Okay, and septate means if this is a line and it has some lines, means some divisions between them, that is septate. Okay, aseptate and septate का मतलब समझ आया? Okay, then xylem parenchyma, living, thin wall, cellulose है cell wall, and store the material like fat, starch and other substance like tannin. Okay, now next we have कि जो जाइलम है ना, जाइलम में भी कुछ डिवीजन आते हैं. जो पहले जाइलम फॉर्म करेगा उसे प्रोटोजाइलम कहते हैं, और जो बाद में फॉर्म करेगा उसे मेटाजाइलम कहते हैं. अच्छा, जाइलम में अब एक और डिवीजन आता है. वन इज द एंड आर्क, सेकेंड इज द एग्जार्क. ठीक है. नाउ एंड आर्क का मतलब, एंड आर्क इसका मतलब कि अंदर में सबसे पहले फॉर्म होगा. पहली बात, एंड आर्क का एग्जांपल याद कर लो. उसका एग्जांपल होता है स्टेम. स्टेम को हम सब ने देखा है. जब इमेच्योर होता है, जब तुरंत अर्ली लाइफ में हम लोग जब प्लांट को देखते हैं तो वो पूरा ग्रीन होता है. ठीक है. जब धीरे धीरे जब वो इंक्रीज करता है, उसकी एज इंक्रीज होती है, तो उसके साइड में वुड आ जाता है. ठीक है. साइड में लिग्निफाइड वुड आ जाती है. ठीक है. तो मतलब स्टेम में पहले तो अंदर फॉर्म हुआ प्रोटोजाइलम, अंदर की साइड, एंड बाद में वुड आई मेटाजाइलम, बाहर की साइड. तो ये हुआ एंड आर्क. मींस द प्रोटोजाइलम इज टुवर्ड्स द पिक एंड मेटाजाइलम इज टुवर्ड्स द आउटर साइड. सिमिलरली एग्जार्क में भी कुछ ऐसा है, उसका वाइज वर्सा है. ठीक है. जब रूट्स को आप देखोगे तो रूट्स में क्या होता है कि पहले पूरी रूट्स बन गई है, फिर उसके अंदर से वो और इंक्रीज कर रही है, वाटर का इनटेक इंक्रीज हो रहा है, अंदर से इंक्रीज कर रही है. तो उसमें पहले बाहर का जाइलम फॉर्म होता है, फिर अंदर का बाद में फॉर्म होता है. तो वो एग्जैक्ट हो गया. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, फ्लोएम. फ्लोएम का काम होता है टू ट्रांसपोर्ट द फूड मटेरियल फ्रॉम लीव्स टू द अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ प्लांट. फ्लोएम में भी कुछ डिफरेंसेस हैं for angiosperm and for gymnosperm. Sieve tube elements, companion cells and phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber is present in angiosperm, that is the flowering plant. और जो gymnosperm है उसमें sieve tube elements is absent, companion cells वो भी absent होते हैं, उसकी जगह albuminous cells and sieve cells are present and phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber is present. एक और चीज इसमें एक्सेप्शन है, वो ये है जो phloem parenchyma होती है, that is present only in the dicot and it is absent in most of the monocot. If the statement you say that it is absent in the monocots, if you say that the phloem parenchyma is absent in monocots, तो वो statement गलत हो जाएगी. Why so? Because it is clearly written in NCERT that it is absent in most of the monocots, means it is present in few of the monocots. ठीक है. तो ये जो वर्ड्स होते हैं ना, इसका ध्यान रखो. फिर इसके बाद नेक्स्ट आता है फ्लोएम फाइबर. ये जो फ्लोएम फाइबर होता है, इट इज ओनली प्रेजेंट इन द सेकेंडरी फ्लोएम, मींस द फ्लोएम व्हिच इज फॉर्म्ड इन द लेटर पार्ट ऑफ द इन द लेटर लाइफ ऑफ द प्लांट. ठीक है. एंड इट इज प्रेजेंट ओनली इन द सेकेंडरी फ्लोएम एंड इट इज एब्सेंट इन द प्राइमरी फ्लोएम. देन sieve tube elements. ट्यूब है तो ट्यूब लाइक, अरेंज इन लॉन्गिट्यूडनल एसोसिएटेड विद कंपेनियन सेल्स। कंपेनियन सेल से क्यों एसोसिएटेड होता है पता है? जो सीव ट्यूब एलिमेंट्स होते हैं, जो कंपेनियन सेल्स होते हैं ना, ये दोनों सिस्टर सेल्स कहलाते हैं, बहन बहन। क्यों? क्योंकि जब तक ये सीव ट्यूब एलिमेंट इमेच्योर रहता है तो इसके पास न्यूक्लियस रहती है, अपनी खुद की अपने पास रहती है। लेकिन जब ये मैच्योर हो जाता है तो इसके पास न्यूक्लियस नहीं रहती है। तो जो कंपेनियन सेल का न्यूक्लियस होता है ये इसको हेल्प करता है इसके फंक्शंस को परफॉर्म करने में। तो इसीलिए इन दोनों को सिस्टर सेल्स कहते हैं। ठीक है। एंड वॉल्स परफोरेटेड, यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा भी है कि जो मैच्योर सीव ट्यूब होता है उसमें पेरिफेरल साइटोप्लाज्म है, एक वैक्यूल भी है, लेकिन न्यूक्लियस इज एब्सेंट, न्यूक्लियस प्रेजेंट नहीं होती है। ठीक है। फिर उसके बाद कंपेनियन सेल्स की बात करूं तो ये स्पेशलाइज्ड पैरेन्काइमा सेल्स हैं। पैरेन्काइमा है तो मतलब लिविंग सेल्स हैं। हेल्प इन मेंटेनिंग द प्रेशर ग्रेडियंट ऑफ सीव ट्यूब। किसकी हेल्प कर रहा है? सीव ट्यूब की हेल्प कर रहा है। अब जो सीव ट्यूब है, कंपेनियन सेल है, दोनों एक दूसरे से कनेक्टेड भी होने चाहिए। कैसे कनेक्टेड है? बाय द पिट फील्ड्स अलोंग देयर कॉमन लॉन्गिट्यूडनल वॉल। कॉमन लॉन्गिट्यूडनल वॉल क्यों लिखा मैंने? क्योंकि they are arranged in longitudinal manner, sieve tube elements. Next है phloem parenchyma. See, phloem parenchyma, it is elongated tapering cylindrical cell. जिसकी शेप है कि elongated, लंबे लंबे होते हैं। टेपरिंग मीन्स नीचे के साइड पूरा, टेपर मीन्स पॉइंटेड हो जाते हैं एंड सिलेंड्रिकल होते हैं। डेंस साइटोप्लाज्म एंड न्यूक्लियस इज प्रेजेंट, जो कि सबसे स्पेशली होना भी चाहिए बिकॉज इसका काम स्टोरेज का है। सेल वॉल सेल्यूलोज के होते हैं एंड प्लाज्मोडेस्माटल कनेक्शन बिटवीन द सेल्स फॉर्म करता है। ठीक है। तो जो इसका सेल वॉल है ना, इसमें प्लाज्मोडेस्माटल कनेक्शंस हैं थ्रू द पिट्स, होल्स बने होते हैं जिससे एक सेल दूसरे सेल से कनेक्टेड रहता है एंड वो हेल्प करता है किसी भी चीज के ट्रांसफर के लिए। ठीक है। इट स्टोर फूड मटेरियल एंड अदर सब्सटेंसेस लाइक रेजिन, लैटेक्स एंड म्यूसिलेज। ठीक है। अब इधर आते हैं प्रोटोफ्लोएम फाइबर। फ्लोएम फाइबर का दूसरा नाम होता है बास्ट फाइबर। फाइबर वर्ड से ही समझ आ रहा होगा कि कुछ लाइक जूट, हेम, फ्लैक्स। जूट देखा है एकदम टाइट होता है, मोटा सा होता है, तो फाइबर है तो ये एकदम टाइट है, हार्ड टाइप का सब्सटेंस है। तो ये किस सेल से फॉर्म होता है? इट इज फॉर्म बाय sclerenchymatous cells, elongated, unbranched, pointed needle like apexes. Cell wall is thick. At the maturity, it loses the protoplasm and it becomes dead. Then ये जो जूट, फ्लैक्स और हेम है, कमर्शियल इंपॉर्टेंस की तरफ कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं। देन वी हैव, इसमें भी दो तरीके के होते हैं। वन इज द प्रोटोफ्लोएम जो पहले बनता है एंड मेटाफ्लोएम जो बाद में बनता है। तो मतलब ये पूरा का पूरा जो था, मैंने नोट्स बनाए आपके आसानी के लिए ताकि आपको आसानी से समझ आए, एनसीईआरटी से याद करना बहुत आसान हो जाए। फॉर योर फेवर, फॉर योर हेल्प। ठीक है। तो आई थिंक हम लोग एनसीईआरटी की तरफ भी जाना चाहिए। लेट्स गो। So anatomy of the flowering plant. Okay. So tissue is a group of cells having a common origin and usually performing a common function. A plant is made up of different kinds of tissues. The tissues are classified into two main categories, namely the meristematic and permanent tissue based on the whether the cells being performed are capable of dividing or not. Then meristematic tissue. Growth in plants is largely restricted to specialized regions of active cell division called meristem. Plants have different kinds of meristem. The meristems, which occur at the tip of roots and shoots, are produce primary tissues are called apical meristem. So apical meristem समझ आया, at the tip they are present. Then we have a diagram. ये जो पहला है ये रूट का है. First one is of root. ये रूट कैप है, इनिशियल्स ऑफ रूट कैप. रूट एपिकल मेरिस्टेम दिखा रहा है आपको. देन ये प्रोटोडर्म मींस पहले जो फॉर्म हुआ कॉर्टेक्स, सिलेंड्रिकल, सेंट्रल सिलेंडर. ये जो है ना, ये सब आपको मैं एनाटॉमी ऑफ द रूट एंड द लीफ एंड द स्टेम्स में वो आपको डिटेल में पढ़ाऊंगी. ओके. Now, root apical meristem occupies the tip of the root, while shoot apical meristem occupies the distant-most region of the stem axis. During the formation of the leaf and elongation of stem, some cells left behind from the shoot apical meristem constituting the axillary bud. Axillary bud के बारे में भी बताया था. Such buds are present in the axils of leaves and capable of forming the branch or a flower. The meristem which occurs between the mature tissue is known as intercalary meristem. They occur in grasses and regenerate the parts removed by the grazing herbivores. ये भी मैंने आपको समझाया. Both apical meristem and intercalary meristem are primary meristem because they appear early in the life of the plant and contribute to the formation of primary plant body. The meristem that occurs in the mature region of the roots and the shoots of many plants, particularly those that produce woody axis and appear later than the primary meristem, is called as the secondary or the lateral meristem. They are cylindrical meristem, fascicular vascular cambium, interfascicular cambium, and the cork cambium are the example of lateral meristem. They are responsible for producing the secondary tissue. Following divisions of the cells in both primary as well as in the secondary meristem, the newly formed cells become structurally and functionally specialized and lose the ability to divide. Such cells are termed as permanent or mature cells and constitute the permanent tissue. During the formation of the primary plant body, specific regions of the apical meristem produce the dermal tissue, gram tissue, and the vascular tissue. Then we have the permanent tissue. The cells of the permanent tissue do not generally divide further. Permanent tissue have all the cells similar in structure and functions are called as simple tissue. Permanent tissue having different types of cells are called as the complex tissue. Simple tissue क्या होता है? A simple tissue is made up of only one type of a cell. The various simple tissues in the plants are parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma forms the major component within the organ, and the cells of the parenchyma are generally isodiametric. They may be spherical, oval, round, polygonal, or elongated in shape. Their walls are thin and made up of cellulose. They may be either be closely packed or have small intercellular spaces. The parenchyma performs the various functions like photosynthesis, storage, and secretion. See, parenchyma भी दिखा दूं. ये आपका parenchyma है. ये parenchyma है. इसमें isodiametric cells हैं. कुछ पॉलीगोनल है, कुछ स्फेरिकल है, कुछ ओवल है, और इंटरसेलुलर स्पेस बहुत थोड़ी है या फिर एब्सेंट है. ठीक है. Next we have collenchyma. Collenchyma occurs in layers below the epidermis in most of dicotyledonous plant. It is found either in the as homogeneous layer or in the patches. It consists of cells which are much thickened at the corners due to deposition of cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. Collenchymatous cells may be oval, spherical, or polygonal and often contain the chloroplast. These cells assimilate the food when they contain chloroplast. Intercellular spaces are absent. They provide the mechanical support to the growing parts of the plant, such as the young stem and petiole of the leaf. Then sclerenchyma. See, collenchyma ये है आपका यहाँ पर दिख रहा है. Thickened corners है, protoplasm है, cell wall है, and thickened corners क्यों है? Because of the hemicellulose, cellulose, and pectin की वजह से. Now sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma consists of a long, narrow cells with the thick and lignified cell walls having a few and the numerous pit. They are usually dead and without protoplast. On the basis of the variations in the form, the structure, origin, and development, sclerenchyma may be either fiber or the sclerates. The fibers are thick-walled, elongated, and pointed cells generally occurring in the groups in various parts of the plant. The sclerates are spherical, oval, or cylindrical, highly thickened dead cells with varying narrow cavity lumen. They are commonly found in the fruit walls of nuts, pulp of fruits like guava, pear, sapota, seed coats of legumes, and tea leaves. Sclerenchyma provide the mechanical support to the organ. Then complex tissue. The complex tissue is made up of more than one type of cells, and these work together as a unit. Xylem and phloem constitute the complex tissue of the plant. Xylem functions as a conducting tissue for the water and the minerals from the roots to the stems and the leaves. It also provides a mechanical strength to the plant parts. It is composed of 4 different kinds of elements, namely tracheids, vessels, xylem fiber, and xylem parenchyma. Gymnosperm lacks the Xylem. Tracheids are elongated or the tube-like cells with thick and lignified walls and tapering end. These are dead and without protoplasm. The inner layer of the cell wall has the thicknings which vary in form. In flowering plants, the tracheids and vessels are the main water transporting element. Vessel is a long cylindrical tube-like structure made up of many cells called as the vessel members, each with lignified walls and a large central cavity. The vessel cells are also devoid of protoplasm. The vessel members are interconnected through perforations in their common walls, and the presence of vessels is a characteristic feature of angiosperm. Xylem fiber has a highly thickened walls and obliterated central lumen. They may either be septate or aseptate. The xylem parenchyma cells are living and thin-walled, and their cell wall are made up of cellulose. They store the food material in the form of starch or fat and other substances like tannins. The radial conduction of water takes place through ray parenchymatous cells. हाँ, ray parenchymatous cells ये help करते हैं in the transport of water in the conduction of water radially. ये main था. Primary xylem is of two types, protoxylem and metaxylem. The first from primary xylem elements is called as the protoxylem, and the later form is called metaxylem. In the stem, the protoxylem lie towards the center and metaxylem lie towards the periphery of the organ. This type of primary xylem is called as the endarc. In the roots, the protoxylem lie towards the periphery and metaxylem lie towards the center, and such arrangement is in the primary xylem is called as the exarch. Phloem transports the food material usually from the leaves to the other parts of the plants. Phloem in the angiosperm is composed of seed tube elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. ये मैंने बोला angiosperm का. Gymnosperm have elabominous cells, seed cells. They lack the seed tube and companion cells. Sieve tube elements are also long tube-like structure arranged longitudinally and associated with companion cells. Their walls are perforated in a sieve-like manner to form a sieve plate. A mature sieve elements possess a peripheral cytoplasm and a large vacuole but lacks a nucleus. The functions of the sieve tubes are controlled by nucleus of the companion cells. The companion cells are specialized parenchymatous cells which are closely associated with the sieve tube elements. The sieve tube elements and the companion cells are connected by the pit fields present in between their common longitudinal walls. The companion cells help in maintaining the pressure gradient of the sieve tube. The phloem parenchyma is made up of elongated tapering cylindrical cells which have a dense cytoplasm and a nucleus. The cell wall is made up of the cellulose and has a pit through which the plasmodesmatal connection exists between the cell. The phloem parenchyma stores the food material and other substances like resin, latex, and mucilage. Phloem parenchyma is absent in most volume. Monocotyledon. The phloem fiber, the bast fiber, is made up of sclerenchymatous cells and they are generally absent in the primary phloem. Unbranched and have pointed needle-like apexes. The cell wall of the phloem fiber is quite thick. At maturity, these fibers lose their protoplasm, become dead. Phloem fiber of the jute, flax, and hemp are used commercially, and the first form primary phloem consists of narrow sieve tubes and is referred as protophloem, and later form is having the large bigger sieve tubes called as the metaphlloem. So this is what we are now ending the class. I have taught you today about the different type of tissues, simple and different type of tissues like meristem and then permanent. In permanent, we are having again simple and complex. We went through the xylem and we went through the phloem also. You enjoyed the class and do comment below if there is you want more from me. And thank you so much for attending my class. Thank you.